ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. So today we are going to take a look at my new to me Star pistol. This is another classic used gun, also from Classic Firearms. No, I'm not sponsored. I'd be happy to be, even if they just wanted to send me shit. So, anyway, this is Star 39M, so it's the military variant of the Star 30 series, which basically just means the barrel is a tiny bit longer. These are probably the most common version you're going to see stateside. Yeah, it comes in this fun little case that isn't completely washed out. It actually says Star on it. Telling you it was made in Spain. Comes with 2 magazines, and then some fun little cleaning tools here. 2 barrel brushes, and this broken little screwdriver. They chipped the tip off of it there. Soft brush, and then the handle you screw these onto. But that's not what you're here for, probably. I don't know. Maybe all of you just really like cleaning equipment. So, here's the pistol itself. So, definitely has some wear to it, but that's what you would expect from a gun that saw service. From what I can tell, this was made in '93. So, you know, getting towards the later part of the production of them. Double action, single action, 9mm. So, it does have this fun difference on the safety here, though. Let's see if I can get that for you. Yeah. So I think you should be able to see that. The little firing pin here, when the safety is kicked in, focus, or not. Maybe there we go. Yeah, you can see that now. So it actually pulls the firing pin in so the hammer cannot hit it. And for a first in a double action, single action with a exterior safety like this that I've seen, the safety does not decock the hammer. So you can still pull the trigger and it bangs away, but it doesn't, like if you had it loaded, couldn't fire. As is from the era, because they started making these in the 80s, as part of the whole Wonder 9 revolution. You got these standard 15 round magazines. This one is serial matched to the gun. I know some people don't show those, but there's really nothing you can do with the information. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad little thing. It does have a fixed front ramp sight here. Lost a little bit of the paint in there, but nothing crazy. The rear sights, they have the little dots in there, but they're not colored as far as I can tell, but they might just be kind of covered in schmutz. I haven't had a chance to clean this set since I got it. So, this was meant to directly compete with the Beretta 92 series. And if you look at them, they're actually pretty similar. So, the Star is a little heavier because it's a steel frame versus aluminum. Permanent fixed front. This rear sight is adjustable for windage with the screw. With the Beretta, you would have to tap it on this particular one. This is not vintage, by the way. This is newer production. Which is why it has that lovely two-tone of, I think they call it Sniper Gray. even though I am not a sniper. Yeah, the Star 29 was part of the XM9 pistol trials, which saw the U.S. Army change over from the 1911s to the Berettas. And then when they did the XM10 series test a couple years later, they did not resubmit for that. The issue with the Stars was they were having, as far as I can tell, I mean, it's the internet, everything you see, take with a grain of salt. From what I could tell, it had to do with extractor issues, and the big difference between the 29 and the 30 series was they removed the loaded chamber indicator and then fixed up the extractor, so that way it also served as the loaded chamber indicator. Would have bulged out a little bit. Two birds, one stone. Simplified it. It worked. I mean, for military history, not a huge amount, because Spain, I don't think, has really gone to war with anybody lately. But yeah, their police, military have these. I've heard that their Navy still issues them. I don't know anyone over there to ask. But yeah, they were 9mm, NATO nation. And even says NATO right on it. Just because, you know, supply lines are important. When I got this one, it came with the 2 magazines. Atlantic Firearms has different grades of these listed the last few days. They also have it where you can buy just the magazines. I think they had 2 of these for 100 something. I honestly should have looked at that first, but I'm really winging this because I have a few free minutes. But yeah, Classic just had. Oh, and it does have a magazine disconnect, which is one of my favorite little things about old military surplus guns. You can get new stuff. And of course, I check all these well ahead of time. Don't worry about that. Yeah, but I do like that with some of the old military guns. You drop the mag. Personally, I think that's still an attractive feature if you have, like, say you only want to have like one gun for home defense. You have small children. You can put the magazine in one nightstand, the gun in the other, or different drawers or something like that, and then even if the kid grabs it and there's nothing in there, they can't do shit. So another fun thing that I have seen in a bunch of different videos about these is supposedly these can take Smith & Wesson 59 series magazines, but I haven't seen it tested yet, and I haven't had time before this, so here is my 5906. Here's a 5906 magazine that came with it. Here is one round. We're activating the safety for safety, and it does lock in. And now the real test. Oh, look at that. It fed correctly. Let's try it again. I would normally do this with snap caps, but I honest to God do not know where my 9mm snap caps are. I have my 45s, I have my 10s, I have my 38s, I have my 44s, I have my 12 gauge. I don't know where my dang 9s are, and it annoys me because I have like 50 of the dang things. Because for a while I kept buying them because I forgot that I had some, and then I couldn't find them, and then as soon as I buy them I find more. First world problems. Anyway, so got it loaded up again. Let's try it again. And yeah, and that's with Hornady Critical Defense. But now, let's test it the other way. Oh, and these do have a steel follower, which I think is nice. Then safety on that as well. So, looks to me like it's probably just one-way compatibility, because that is not locking in. Yep, so it is not working on that. But that's also what I expected, because if you look, this does drop down a bit. Nothing crazy. But 59 series are still pretty easy to find and relatively inexpensive, whereas a Star Mag might be a little harder to find. So, you see it here first. The Star 39 or Star 30M. I keep calling it a 39. I don't know why. Can take the 59 series magazine, which hopefully some of you can put that to good use. But yeah, these are right now pretty inexpensive anywhere you find them online. I think even Surplus still has them. Classic, Atlantic. Probably find them at some of your various gun shops and gun shows, things like that. Yeah, I like my old school double action, single action steel frame pistols, also revolvers. And I also like my more modern polymer guns. I like guns, people. But yeah, we've got, you know, lots to choose from out there. It is fun how similar everything is, but again with the X9 and X10 pistol trials, the Beretta not Beretta, this is Beretta Jack. The Smith, it was very similar to the final 5906 and its family, but ultimately they still went with the Beretta, even though the SIG outperformed them all. But the SIG was going to be several $1,000,000 more expensive. I think it was about $3 million for replacement parts, repair, procurement, all that fun stuff. And remember, that's in 1980s dollars. So you got to multiply that out, and yeah, then I can understand, because I mean, modern combat, you don't really do a lot of pistol fighting. And then of course the military screwed up and they went super cheap on the mags and did not keep up to date with the spring, so by the time, you know, soldiers are using them in actual wars, the damn things didn't want to work. It probably would have happened if they had went with either of these, probably even the SIG, because people get cheap on the wrong things. But yeah, Star 30, gotta get this out to the range and have some fun with it. Honestly, it feels really good. I know some people complain how heavy it is, and compared to a Glock, yeah, it's solid and heavy. But I like that because it eats all the recoil. And yeah, that's a Star 30M pistol. It's got a very nice smooth trigger, not heavy at all. Very nice and light. In fact, because I finally have this thing dug out of storage. Let's see if I can get my happy little low-tech tester in here. Yeah, double action. I really wish this camera would focus. It's about 8.5. Double action. And getting about a 3. Yes, Gus. Thank you for your help. So yeah, it's nice. Like, it's. Guess you are really not helping right now. Gus says hi to everyone. Alright, come here then. Alright, you want it in and run out. There you go. I'm not redoing that for the 4th time. You're just gonna have to put up listening to Gus. So yeah, if you see one of these, when it looks fine, the rifling in this still looks good. It does need a good bit of a cleaning, but looks to me like this, like a lot of the surplus guns out here, it's been carried a lot and not shot a lot. Oh, and one thing I did notice that a lot of people have not commented on in other videos, it's got the little notches in it. You got that one there that still has a fill in it. This one, and that's for lining it up to get the pin here back in, as far as I can tell. Which, let's see if I can do that. Yep. This, yeah, barely. It's a bit of a scrub in there. I don't know why I'm showing you. You can't really tell from that. But overall, no rust, no damage really, just a little wear to the finish. And from what I've seen other people do, because this is literally the first time I'm doing this, this does get in there real nice. And then you do have the rails that go the whole way along here. It's very awkward to try and do some of this shit through the camera. From what I've seen, it's easier to try and get this thing to move upside down. Just have to do it. I don't know. I think every gun just kind of has its own little quirks there. There we go. So yeah, you line that up, and then just about when these are good, you can push it through. So you probably couldn't see that all that well. I'm going to try that again. There we go. So you got the hole there. Alright, so you take your little pin here, because it does have this tapering to it. You put it partway through, and then, oh, I did this so easily the other time. Of course, when I think I know what I'm doing, I don't. Oh, it might have helped if I had it lined up correctly. Alright, I had a little too far forward. Alright, so you get it part way. Bring that. And then, bam. There you go. That seemed to be the #1 complaint people had. But, yay. That isn't actually bad at all. If you want really unpleasant, get a Remington R51. Video on that coming soon. Ish, maybe. Someday. But yeah. Honestly, I recommend any or all of these. I love my older guns and my new guns. All guns, really. But stuff like this is always so much more interesting. When Glock came out, everybody just kind of started copying Glock. But stuff like this, even though you can see all the similarities between them, they're all a little bit different in how they get to it. And yeah, I always think they're fun, worth collecting, worth shooting. And a lot of them have the beaver tail, which is nice because I'm going to have to get that for Glock because I got a bigger hand and this is going to definitely scrape me. I was getting schmutz from that earlier. Something like this, you don't got to worry about it. So yeah, go out there, get an old gun. They're a lot of fun, and some of them, like these right now, brand new, I think are going for $600-700, something like that. The last time I saw one, this fella I got for 400-ish. This was a little over 300. The Glock was 375. So yeah, something like this. If you just need a gun to protect yourself with, they're good. Like, yes, none of these you can put a rail on too easily. They do make adapters for the Beretta. You could probably find something somewhere online to put a flashlight on one of these. Yeah, I always like the double actions because if you do have a round that doesn't go off the first time due to a light hammer strike or a hard primer, whatever, you just pull the trigger again and it can go. And you, so it's like click, oh no, bang, yay. Or if it's click, click, then you can start running your whole drill. Or just get a shotgun. All right, I think I've rambled way too much in this. So now it is time to go prepare dinner. So have a good one, and hopefully I'll be doing these more frequently. If not, I apologize.